Water Me Sis, live on our network. You are now watching Water Me Sis.
Hi, welcome to Water Me Sis Live. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Jaleah, your host for today, and I'm here with my co-host.
Hi y'all, I'm Drea, and if y'all don't know, I have launched my skincare line. I have natural products, lotions, body wash, scrubs. It's all natural, vegan, cruelty-free, and we are now on Facebook. So go ahead and follow us. It is She Smooth. Smooth is spelled SMOOV and the number 1. Go ahead and like and share our page.
Yes, definitely do that. And I just wanted to congratulate her because, you know, it is thebomb.com, period. You know, I'm smelling like it tonight, okay? So, I just wanted to give y'all the title. The title is Not a Snack, but the Whole Damn Kitchen. Yes. Okay? So, we're here with some beautiful ladies. Hey, ladies.
Hi.
So we're gonna go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Nishetta.
Go ahead.
I own Nishetta's Photography, and I just recently launched a shampoo conditioning line called Kasaya Rose Collection.
Okay.
It's under my daughter's name. We've been doing a lot of trial and errors right now, but I think we're ready.
Nice. Awesome.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tina. I am a licensed esthetician and a makeup artist, and I'm also the owner of Face Mode, which is a skin and beauty studio where we introduce the remedy to beauty and skincare. So, good. It's glad to be here. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you
I'm
for
excited.
coming.
Nice. Hi, everybody. My name is Shani Henderson, and I am here. But you can follow me on Facebook, and also you can follow my page, Just a Mom Who Lifts, because that's what I am. I'm a mama, and I'm a mama who likes to lift weights. You know, I gotta get my swole on.
That's right.
Okay, yes. All right, ladies. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
I did want to let you guys know Jaleah is the creator of Water Me Sis. That is my sister, my bestie. Hey, ow. So I did want to let you know Water Me Sis is a sisterhood built off of the growth and self-development of women. And so we water each other in order to produce the sweetest fruit and the most beautiful flowers. Also, I did want to give you just a brief disclosure. Men, we know that you are watching, okay? This is a platform for women. So what we want you to do is basically take notes. Get your pen and your paper ready. All right, but we definitely want y'all to tap in and let us know, you know, like if you have any questions, we're here. We're talking about beauty. We're talking about health. We're talking about fitness. We're talking about hair. We can even talk about nails. You know, some of us got our nails done. Anything. Nothing is off limits. So, Michelle.
Yes.
So, I want to talk about some hair.
Yes.
Like, do you have any tips on like hair growth?
Yes. With hair, basically, I am a cosmetologist as well.
Nice.
Shampooing is not the thing. I want you guys to know. It dries your hair out, stripping to your hair. It's more for your scalp. So conditioning is the best thing to do to help your hair grow. Trimming. I say with us black girls, our hair is coiled, so we don't have to trim as much as people who have fine, straight hair. So we don't have to cut our hair as much. But if you have your hair colored or a lot of heat damage, you may have to do it more often than usual. 12 weeks, 18 weeks trimming, but conditioning is your best friend, really, to help your hair grow. Especially here, yeah, any conditioner. Conditioning is the shampoo for your hair. With my hairline, I promote more conditioner than shampoo. I have a couple of shampoo, but it's mainly for the scalp, because it's to clean your scalp. That's the reason why shampoo and hair color clash. When you color your hair, it strips your hair color out, because you can't. They just don't go together. It strips your hair. So conditioning is like my biggest thing. Condition your hair, conditioning. Okay. And with this being here, we really have to, because it's dry.
Yes.
Cold and dry.
Yes. Oh, yes. Okay.
Yes.
That's a good thing, because I was wondering, like, you know, how many times you should actually wash your scalp then?
I say as often as needed. Some people have dry scalp, so if you have dry scalp, you want to get the dry stuff off your scalp. So washing just your scalp, and conditioning you can do as often as you want. So it won't hurt your hair at all to condition.
Right.
hair.
And so is the conditioner like giving our hair like the moisture that it needs?
It brings back whatever may have fell into your hair from shampoo. You know, stripping, it restores everything.
Okay. Speaking of dryness, Tina, like, can you tell us about skin? Like, what should we like use for dry skin?
For dry skin, it can actually be a condition as well. For dry skin, especially in Colorado, you really want to make sure that you're hydrating it every day. You really don't want to nourish it by applying like too much oils, because that can just clog your skin, and it just sits on top of it as a surface, you know? So we really want to make sure that we're using hydrating products.
Okay.
You know, such as cleansing. When you cleanse your skin, look for something that has some hyaluronic acid in it, something that holds a lot of water, because we naturally have water in our bodies. So when you add the like and a like together, it creates, some moisture in your skin. So cleansing and making sure you're using the right and proper cleanser. A lot of us are not using the correct products. We're misusing the products, and it's stripping our skin. It's compromising the barrier of your skin, and it's causing us to get really, really dry. And when it gets dry, it gets flaky. It looks ashy all the time, and we can also sensitize our skin. So we can just not, and having sensitive skin doesn't necessarily mean, oh, it's dry. We're born with sensitive skin, such as eczema, paralysis, stuff like that. But we tend to sensitize our skin by not moisturizing it, hydrating it. So just making sure you're using calming and hydrating products, your skin would be just fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one thing I did hear you say is that we're not using it properly.
Right.
And so it's like, how do we use it properly? What should we do? Okay, so yeah, what's the routine?
The routine, you know what? You really need to know your skin type. Okay. A lot of times we base it off of what other people are using and saying, but that's their skin, you know? We live in Colorado, it's a different environment, so you really have to just go see a professional. Go see an esthetician or anyone who knows skin, so they can look at your skin and be like, hey, you have dry skin, so use these products for dry skin. Or you may have oily skin. So the first step is to know your skin type.
Okay.
Whether it's dry, oily, or normal, or combination. Oily T-zone, outer part is dry, but know your skin type first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
When she said hydrating, I agree with hydrating, because my first line is hydrating, because it's dry here. And water is our best friend. Water, drinking water, water on your skin, water in your hair. That's, a lot of people say, don't do that, don't put too much of that. That's your best friend. We produce it. So we need more of it, and actually just reading the directions of things. And knowing your hair, and don't think just because Kylie Jenner, whoever is doing it, that's what you're supposed to do.
And the ingredients inside the stuff.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You have to know it. And hydrating is literally the best for skin and hair. Keeping hydrated.
I have a question for you, Tina. So for someone who has acne-prone skin but likes to wear makeup, what would you suggest as far as products that kind of wouldn't irritate someone who does have a lot of acne, but they want to wear makeup, to still kind of, get some coverage or, hide their pimples, but it's not going to make it worse because they do have an acne problem?
The first thing for me is getting to the root of why you have the acne. And 9 times out of 10, it's the food. Dairy is the devil, okay?
Soy.
2 hour skin.
Soy.
Exactly.
You gotta see what you're eating.
Yes, eggs and even citrus.
You have an allergic
juice.
reaction.
Girl,
It's acne.
It's the things that we put inside of our bodies, it has to come out some way. So it'll come out on our hair, our scalp, our hands, the soles of our feet, and on our skin.
And you think you just got acne.
Yeah.
That's not it.
And a lot of times it may not be the products, it can be the things that we digest in our system that our body does not like. It could be our phone, we up here talking and it's dirty, we haven't wiped it. The pillowcase that we lay on.
True.
There are times this happens, where we get our makeup, don't have makeup, and then we go straight to bed and lay on that dirty pillowcase, and we wake up with some activities. So to prevent that, we can just make sure that we monitor our intake, but in the meantime, in between time, making sure that your face is clean before you put that makeup on. Making sure your brushes, your beauty blenders, all of your tools that you use for your makeup, make sure that it's clean.
Look, I'm guilty of a dirty sponge with all the makeup in it, still. I don't think that I clean it as often as you should, cleaning out them sponges often. You know,
That's a good
And
point.
do you clean your sponges every day, like after every single use, or
After every client,
like
I don't
you
wear
personally?
makeup.
I mean,
Me
like,
personally,
yeah.
I haven't worn makeup in a long time, so this is a treat. I don't wear makeup at all, but when I do, after every use, I try to make it a point to. Usually,
After every use.
this is normal. You know, you're done with your makeup tools and you just leave it alone. But when I know I need to do my makeup again, I'll wash them. I'll do what I need to do. You know what I mean? I don't. It's pretty bad, but I have a routine not to reuse it, because as soon as I reuse it, you wake up and you get all these blemishes. And you also want to make sure, ladies, that if you have acne or breakout, make sure you're not using clog pouring facial stuff like foundations. There are certain brands out there that are comedogenic, meaning that they have like clog pouring ingredients inside of there, and it can make your acne like more prominent. So watch out for them brands.
No,
Watch
she
out for
dropping some gems on us,
ingredients.
y'all.
Yes,
Yeah,
she
ingredients is
is.
important. Watch out for
Okay.
the ingredients.
All right, so you did mention some stuff about seeing a professional. So I definitely wanted to put in there, she says she is a professional. Face mode, I put it on my Facebook. If you follow me, Jaleah Miss J, go ahead. I'll be your friend. And you'll see that she does my makeup every Sunday and my sister's makeup, and we feel very beautiful. I know I do. So if you want to see a professional, there she go, Tina. Hit her up, face mode, point blank, period. And then I wanted to say though, because she was talking about what you put in your body, right? So I wanted to ask you, like, what do you think about like juicing? Like,
Well,
is that
for me, honestly, oh, I'm sorry, you go ahead.
no, I'm just saying, is that like something that we should do? You think on a daily?
Well, personally, I've done juicing before, and I still do it. And I remember it's about a couple years ago, I had started juicing, and it wasn't even for me to lose weight. I was fasting, and I had gotten sick. I felt a cold coming on, so I was like, okay, well, let me just throw some in this juicer I've got and see what happens. And within a week, it was gone. Like, I had no mucus, nothing. So I would definitely say juicing has its benefits. But what a lot of people do when they do juice, they will dispose of the juice remnants or the pulp, and you shouldn't. I would actually keep that and blend it with your juice, so that way you're still getting the nutrients from the pulp.
Okay.
What would you put in it to
Yeah.
where, like me, it's vegetables. Like I struggle with it, and like juicing. If you're putting what would you put in it to kind of like make it taste good?
So you would add
So
more of your sweeter fruits, like your mangoes or your pineapples. Pineapples are always good, especially the enzymes in the pineapples are really good for your digestive system. Even though, now if you do have like eczema or anything like that, because a lot of the citric acid can be very irritating, that's something you do have to watch out for. But the enzymes in the pineapples are very great for your digestive system, and using pineapples, watermelon, and kiwi. Those are more of your sweeter fruits. And if you always want to add more vegetables than you do fruit.
Okay.
And also apples. Red apples, sweeter than green apples. Green apples are great. I like them with some salt.
Oh, okay. I've never tried it with some
With a
salt.
little sprinkle of salt, but to eat just a green apple plain, I just can't do it because it's too sour. But give you a little sprinkle of salt, it'll do just wonders. But get you your sweeter fruits to add in with your vegetables, so that way it'll kind of cancel out the taste.
But it don't always make it the best still.
No,
I'm like, it's still, you're gonna still
you'll still taste your vegetables, but it'll be
Yeah.
a little bit more easy to tolerate.
Exactly. You just gotta drink it fast. That's all. Because it does nothing.
I was about to say,
better.
take like how our
Drink
moms
it.
and grandmas used to
Yeah,
do.
you don't have to
Yeah.
drink it.
Plug that for real. Plug that nose.
Plug your
and
nose and
You don't-
take it.
you don't eat a lot of
think it as a
vegetables?
shot.
I mean, I try to incorporate it, but it's just hard, especially just raw, eating raw.
I try to do one juice of vegetable because I don't eat a lot of vegetables either. But doing one vegetable juice is like my way of eating my vegetable for the day. And I found that that's actually been helping me lose weight, and I guess that's probably my problem why I'm not losing weight, because I don't eat enough vegetables. So I've been trying to replace that in my whole routine because I know I don't eat enough vegetables. But it's not good.
Hey, and it is okay, hey, at first, I'm just gonna be honest with you, I wasn't eating vegetables either, okay? And then honestly, I was going to the Dahlia Center, and there's a lady there, her name is Mo Better Greens, and Miss Beverly, and she was up there teaching some classes on how to put some vegetables together in a pan with some seasoning, a little bit of seasoning. And I was just like, oh my goodness. Like, that was like where I found my love for vegetables. I was just like, okay. And then so anytime, seriously, I'm just like whipping up some vegetables in a pot with just a little bit of seasoning in there. Somebody does come in the kitchen like, what's this? I'm like, some onions, some bell peppers. like that is about it. Like, I'm like, life. Right, like it's just some vegetables. Like that was where I found my love. So yes, if we go ahead and keep our bodies right, obviously we won't have that acne and that, because last week, right, I had that pimple and I was like cover it. I was like, please, can you just get this? It's just, I know it's just like one, but dang, like for real, I don't know what to do. But that brought me to this point because I wanted to show like some of the stuff that I actually use on my face. And shout outs to Keyshawn with KS Creative Workshop, because she has the face scrub that I actually use like every single day, like for real. If I don't, I will have some pimples. Like that's how I feel like if I would get a pimple or something. But I mean, you said that we need to use it properly. So like, should I be using this every day or should I give it a break?
Just give it a break. Yeah, it can really dry out your skin because you're overly exfoliating it. So what do you have? Dry, oily skin?
I have really dry skin, this is really good for my skin. Like it doesn't make me dry or anything. And that's why I use it. It is the Pink Himalayan face scrub. And I don't have any problems. Like I'm very dry. My face is dry. You'll be seeing like dry spots. Like I do, I usually have eczema. And when I use this on my face, I'm good. I'm totally good. Also, I use my cousin here, her She Smooth. I actually do have her body scrub here. I think.
Oh, you can try to scrub too, girl.
Yes, girl.
She said yes.
Of course. I do have the body scrub. Y'all just go ahead and see what that's looking like. But
it doesn't even look like it's cracked open.
I made this.
It's not cracked open.
Body butter because my skin is super dry, like to a point to where I call it alligator skin. Like in my legs, I could see the lines, just the cracks from being so dry. And using lotions and stuff like that, you're actually 5 minutes later. You know, so I just wanted to make something that you put it on. It's not super greasy, but you got that moisture, and it smells good. Everybody want to smell sexy.
Yep. Yes. Come on, and now.
This right here.
It smells good.
She said yes.
Ooh, I don't know what to do except for be like,
keep them in your neck.
because that's how it makes you feel like when you putting it on. I'm just saying it makes you feel sexy. But this is what I use too. The body scrub. Okay, She Smooth. Check out. Go ahead and like it. Okay.
Doesn't exfoliating open up your pores?
It pretty much it gets rid of the dead skin.
Oh, okay.
So that just builds up on our skin. So it just remove all the dead skin that we don't even really need.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So properly, how do we use it properly? Like what should we do?
Based off of the skin type, dry skin maybe once. Right, once a week. But when you have oily skin, you really want to get inside those pores and clean out all that stuff that's in there. So maybe 2 or 3 times a week, but don't overly exfoliate it because it will become dry. When your skin is too dry, you can get some stuff going on, activities.
Oh,
So you want that oil and water balanced together.
She said, "Oh wow." Get the whole balance of it. You need a little bit of everything, not too much of anything.
okay. Don't overdo it.
Yeah,
Okay. Don't
less
get
is more.
obsessive. Okay. Okay, because sometimes I could be
You like it,
probably,
and then you start
I
doing
like
it.
it, and I just be like, and I just be like feeling good. So okay, use it properly. Even though something is so good to us and it's our favorite, we can't overindulge. We can't in food. We can't overindulge in exfoliating, shampooing. Like, dang, don't overdo it, ladies.
Can't even drink water.
Oh, yeah, you can. Yes, I've definitely heard there was like a water challenge or something that I saw on Facebook. Some people like actually died from drinking too much water.
Yeah.
So you can like
everything.
yes, you definitely can. But ladies, I want to talk some fitness, okay? Because I'm trying to figure. Yes, I'm trying to figure. We need to get some snatch.
Yes.
We some snatch back.
Yes. Everybody's like,
hide some areas, hide some, but we definitely want to know, like, what should we be working on, like, daily? Is it like our personal?
First off, you need to work on yourself. You need to work off. You need to start off with your mental. For me, going into my fitness journey, I started working out last year, and I started working out the beginning. I started working out the beginning of 2019, January, and long story short, it really started because of my brother. I have 2 other brothers, and my middle brother, he had told me, he was like, "Girl, you need to tone that up." And
yeah.
okay. And I remember I told him, I don't need to tone up nothing because they ain't never stopped me from getting no dick.
Right.
And he was like, "Well, I'm just saying, I'm not calling you fat." And I was like, "But you are." So mind your business. You worry about you, and I'm worry about me. And then I went back to school, and I was like, well, you know what? You ain't got nothing else to do. You might as well, get yourself together. Because at a point, I'm a mom. I had my daughter when I was 17, and according to my sister, I snapped back, but I didn't think I snapped back because I didn't look like how I looked before I had her. And I was like, well, maybe I will snap back because I'm still young. I'm not like, I had her 12 days before my 18th birthday, and I lost the weight from breastfeeding. I didn't have a car because I didn't know how to drive, so I had to walk everywhere. And I still didn't like my mom body. I got stretch marks. I was cute before. I'm still cute now, and I'm even cuter.
Yeah.
But I didn't like what I saw, and then for me, I would start, and then I would stop. Every year around my birthday, my birthday's in April, starting in January. All right, I'm gonna just lose about 15 pounds so I can look cute for my birthday. I would start, and then I would stop. I would get to like a little 6-week mark, and then I would stop and I would crash. And then you're back into your old ways. So it really does have to start with your mind. You have to start with you. Like, this journey has been really a personal journey for me because fitness has taught me so much about myself. It has taught me where I'm strong, where I didn't even think I was strong at. And if you have kids, even if you don't have kids, being a woman is tiring. Being a woman is tiring because we have so much that we carry. We have so much that we have to do, whether you're a mom, whether you're a sister, whether you are auntie, whether you are auntie mom, whatever it is, we have so much that we have to do, and so much is placed on our our plate. And you have to really look inside yourself and really reevaluate yourself, because that's where fitness starts. Fitness starts with you. You have to clean up your inner self first before you can work on your outer self. If you got some attitude issues, you need to get that in check.
Okay.
You got some love-hate relationship issues, you need to get it in check, because the whole body positivity, I'm for it. You have to love yourself no matter where you are, and you have to love yourself at the beginning. I had to love myself when I started. I had to love myself going through, and I'm still loving myself now. Now that I'm where I'm at, I'm like, look.
Here I am.
And Prince was still alive. That song, Sexy Motherfucker, is what I resonate with, because it took me a long time just to get to the point of loving myself and loving my grown woman body now. I'm past the age of 25. Your body goes through different stages as you're from a teenager, when you get 18, when you turn 21, when you turn 23,
having kids.
when you turn 25. That 25 widespread is what they call it. That's what my aunties and them call it back then, and then I'm closer to 30. I'll be 30 next year. And my body is still changing every few years. So it's like you have to learn how to love yourself through that process first before you can even think about wanting to change what you're putting in your body, or even wanting to change your aesthetic, because the aesthetics is just a bonus. But if you're ugly on the inside, you're still going to be ugly on the outside.
Now that is true.
That's it.
And a lot of people don't understand that too.
That they're ugly.
That it does. Yeah.
Let's call it what it is.
Yes.
You might look physically appeasing.
No, for real.
You might look physically appeasing on the outside, but if you're ugly on the inside, that ugliness is going to transpire on your outside. No matter. Listen, I could be as snatched as I want to be, but if I'm ugly on the inside, it's going to resonate in my attitude. It's going to resonate how I spew my words out. It's going to resonate how I interact with people, how I encounter people, how people encounter me. And they're going to be like, yeah, she cute, but she ugly.
You snatch, but you're ugly.
Because I've definitely met some girls, and I'm like, dang, like, beautiful, but you ugly.
Yeah.
Because your attitude, your energy, your everything is just not right.
Yeah, and nobody likes to call it out.
Yeah, that's true.
Because everybody is so offended or so sensitive. No, if you're ugly, you're ugly.
Yeah.
Ilyana Van Zant said it the best. Call that thing a thing. Period. That's it. Call it what it is.
Yes. No, for real. That's what we need to start doing 2020 on to 21. Like, just tell the truth. Like, just be real. Like, keep it 100.
Yes.
Like, period. But girl, yes, you just preached right there. preach.
I do have a question for you.
What's up, Mama?
Because you were speaking about, when you gave birth to you have a daughter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just want to know, like, with kids, because I have a son.
Okay.
And like just him eating healthier meals and stuff like that. Like, what tips can you give to us moms for incorporating that into their diet?
Let me tell y'all. Okay, so I don't have a picky eater. My daughter wasn't a picky eater as a kid. Whatever you put in front of her, she ate it. She probably didn't like peas, but anything else, that was it. So the best way that I can ensure that, because I know that's a lot of issues when it comes to eating healthier, and it's not technically eating healthy, it's just really
lifestyle change.
That's it. You have to make it a lifestyle change, because you have to make it a part of your lifestyle if you want to sustain it. Just like we gotta breathe and we gotta live. So you have to make it a part of your lifestyle. So my best advice would be, sit your son down and have him write out a list of all the foods that he likes and all the foods that he don't like.
Well, it would be a very short list, because he only likes one thing.
But
he just wants French fries all the time,
How old is
or
your
chicken.
Son?
He's just turned 6 October 2nd, and for him it's a texture thing. Like the texture of stuff, it grosses him out, and it might not taste like, he'll be like, oh, it tastes good, but if it crunches, it's got some onion in it and some ground beef, and he's like, oh no, like I'm not eating that.
Yeah, so have him write down literally everything from his favorite fruits that he likes. Have him write down a list, and that's what kind of helped me out with my daughter. And at the time, I was helping with my little cousin, so she was living with me, and she didn't like salads, anything healthy. She wasn't eating it. It was like, and I'm like, well, what do you like? And once she told me what she liked, it gave me a better sense on how to shop and how to cook. So when I would make salads for them to take to school for their lunches and stuff, she didn't like tomatoes, but she liked steak on her salad. I'm like, okay, well, what else do you want on your salad? If you tell me exactly what you want on it, here is it. If this is the only way that I can get you to eat vegetables, if you like zucchini but you don't like corn,
Zucchini.
Right. Fried zucchini.
you like mushrooms, I don't. But I'll feed you all the mushrooms you want.
Anybody ever heat anything in something?
They used to do that with me because I hated tuna casserole growing up. I was stuffing in my grandma's couch. I could say this now because I'm grown and they can't whoop me. I didn't like peas, so
I didn't like peas.
I didn't like chicken and dumplings, none of that. I was never a gravy person until I had my daughter. I eat gravy now. I love it. But things like that, if I knew just the simplest or seen what they was cooking, I wasn't eating. I was fine with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Like, I'll eat that for dinner. But I'm not eating no chicken and mushrooms. I'm not eating that. So it's like finding out what your kids' favorite foods are and really helping them to understand why it's important to eat healthier, and not just the whole cliche of, oh, well, you want to grow big and strong. No, I have a daughter now, and she is going into puberty. So really informing her and educating her on why she needs to eat healthy and take care of her body, not just for health reasons of her not getting sick, but you want to take care of your body because you're getting ready to start your period. You know, you want to be able to have energy. You want to be able to still function. Some women and some girls have really harsh periods to where they're not able to get up out of bed.
Yes.
And if you don't fuel your body correctly, it can lead to other issues. You know, and a lot of people, whether you believe in going to a regular doctor or a holistic doctor, that's where it starts. Most people are misinformed or like, well, I just don't know how to eat. Talk to your doctor. Ask them to set you up an appointment with the nutritionist. That's what I did. And that's what helped me because I got education. Now, did I stay with the classes? No, because I didn't need them. I'm like, if you just give me the information, I can do my own research.
I just need to start.
Yeah.
That's it. Do your own research. But finding out, sitting him down like, look, what kind of fruit you like? If he say all he like is strawberries, grapes, and blueberries,
give him that.
Boom.
Because my son went.
If he only want to eat green beans, carrots, and broccoli, and that's the only way you can get him to eat vegetables,
You gotta.
If he only like chicken nuggets, make them chicken nuggets homemade. If he like ground beef and tacos and burgers, make it homemade. You know, there's nothing wrong with going out once in a while, but once I really started changing my daughter's diet, and it started when she was in kindergarten, she was having a hard time focusing. And back then, a story came out about the red dye. And any products and foods containing red dye. And I was the snack queen, y'all. I had a whole cabinet designated full of snacks. Anything she wanted, here, you go over there and get it. And once I started changing her diet and really taking out those things and giving her more whole foods, I noticed a complete change in her behavior. She sat down, she wasn't running around the class. I didn't get no more reports. Her focus got better, her test scores got better. She was already smart. Never had any issues with her grades, but just feeding her food that was good for her body at a young age and still continuing that has helped tremendously with her focus. It has helped tremendously with her grades. It has helped tremendously with her skin. Going into puberty, a lot of kids is already breaking out, got pizza face and whatever.
That's true.
I'm like, that's true. That intake of what you take.
Like your diet is really your main part of your fitness. Diet, like you can work out all you want, but you cannot out exercise a bad diet.
I like that.
You can. It's been proven. It's facts. Even somebody who has a lower body fat percentage, if they're still eating like trash, 9 times out of 10, they can still develop the same health conditions as somebody who was obese.
That's interesting.
So it's all about taking care of your body. Just like somebody who is 400 pounds can develop high blood pressure and chronic heart disease, somebody who is 120 pounds with a high body fat percentage can develop the same conditions. These conditions have no name, they have no face, they don't discriminate. But if you're not taking care of your body, you're a breeding ground for those conditions.
Thank you for that.
Yes,
Gems on us.
like
It was a whole
period,
lesson.
like for real.
Yes.
So hopefully everyone is tuning in and taking some notes. Guess what, Damo? If you can just go ahead and take us to break.
Welcome back, you all. And we have some wonderful ladies here that is dropping some gems on us right now for our segment, Not a Snack, but the Whole Damn Kitchen. So I just wanted to ask, now shut up.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you feel about people asking you to touch your hair? What do you think about that?
I guess it depends on the person. Can I talk about white people?
Yes, girl.
Okay.
Keep it real.
Okay, so I was coming back from Vegas last year, and I had cut my locks off, and I had a little bit of hair, but the ponytail is probably real long, and it was ready to come out because I didn't have much hair wrapped around. So I was ready to take it out. This lady chased me down, white lady, like, how long have you been growing it out? I wanted to snatch it out and give it to her, like, here. Don't touch my hair, please. But here, you can have this ponytail personally. This is how long it took me to grow it. But I don't really like people touch my hair.
I think
Like, especially like my, like
you work
my
hard, huh?
Yeah, like don't touch my lock. I'm not pet. Don't pet my hair. When it's like us, I'm okay with it because you guys aren't looking at me as in, what is this?
Yeah.
Other people, it's kind of like they're trying to figure you out and pet you, and I'm not a pet, so don't pet my hair. You know.
What about when they ask you, girl, is that all you? That's all you, girl?
I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about it. Depends on the person, I guess. Sometimes I'm like, no, yeah. I haven't had more weave in a long time, so I don't really know how I feel about the question.
Okay, well, I mean, if somebody is like, is that all you? You gonna be like, well,
of course.
yeah.
I'm like,
like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't be taking it personal, but don't pet me though.
Yeah,
See, that's a good one.
Yeah, I
So
don't really
pet.
like people touching my hair as well. At first, I didn't really think that it was a thing, right?
Yeah.
Until you actually get somebody in your hair and it doesn't go the way that you think it was gonna go. Now, I was blessed because I did have the queen of all queens. Her name is was Angela Logan, and she was doing my hair and had it on point. Me and my sister, you know, she would have it on point. And then like we fell off, stopped going to her, and then you know when you start to put your own hands in it, or you allow somebody else to get in it,
Too many hands.
baby, that stuff started like breaking off.
Yeah.
And plus I was just putting like a whole bunch of like weaves and stuff in it too. And so it wasn't going as well. So I do believe that everybody just shouldn't be in your hair.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
they should not touch it.
You're only one hair. I do believe that. Like, I don't think you should have a bunch of hairstylists. I used to have one braider, one stylist. I had one of each, maybe technique, but I didn't have like just everybody in my hair just because I didn't want my hair to fall out. I think that might be a thing for black community. I don't know. My mom always said one person in your head, not more than one. Don't have too many people in your head.
Yeah, I think that that's a thing.
It also helps when you can find someone that
Knows you.
right and specialize in that one thing that you have. You know, what is your niche? You know, are you great at just weaves or just
braids?
exactly?
Yep. That's why I had so many of different. Like I had a braider. I had someone who's really good at flat iron or growing hands. You know, that's my growing hair person. But when she can't braid my hair, but I could go over there to get my hair braided. But she can grow my hair out.
Right.
Even if they take my head, she should get the back. Right. That's how my list would go. That's how it goes.
That is funny, but that is true.
That's
true.
Yeah.
I stick with the same thing too.
Yes.
I would.
So your hair doesn't fall out. And then sometimes your hairstylist, you know, I used to be upset because the lady who used to do my hair would have me come out with grandma hairstyles, but she didn't put too much heat on your hair. And she used to have my hair down to my butt. But I used to be so mad because she'd cut my hair off and have me out grandma style every time. And then then I went to someone else and then they fried my hair and had it falling out. So you have to appreciate those kind of things. As I get older now, I understand, like, no, you want that lady giving you the roller sets. Yeah, you want the lady who's bumping your hair like the old woman because she gives you your hair growth. You want the growth and healthy, you need that because she's not putting too much heat. She's not damaging your hair.
but not the style. Though.
The style. You gotta style it yourself. But she made your hair nice and healthy. You might have fried it during the week, but go back 2 weeks later and she was getting it right.
Yes, and I know that there are a lot of people out there that got that same story, you know, that they're like, okay, yeah, you know, your hair be like long, but it wasn't the style you wanted. But you gonna go home and try to do something to it. But like, hey,
She can't.
she got them growing hands because
That's
there
what you need.
is a difference.
Exactly.
But what about protective styles? Like, do you believe in that?
I don't think I really believe in protective styles because too much of one thing is always going to cause something. Braids, take out your edges. Weaves start to make your hair thin. I think letting your hair be at its natural state is probably the only protective style that you can actually have. Natural curl, natural locks is probably the only protective style you really have because ponytails aren't really good because they start to break out the middle of your hair or just break your hair off in general. Weaves, they will break off, make your hair thin. Braids, too tight around the edges. You only can wear them only for so long. Wigs will start thinning out your hairline. So there's not really such thing as a protective style. It's a lazy hairstyle more than anything. Makes you it easier for you for the day or the summer, but not a protective. I don't think anything's protective.
Okay. So y'all hear it. So when they be like, oh, my protective style is really not protecting the thing. Right. Just a quick do. It's what you did. And no judgments here because I was the queen of weaves.
Me
okay?
too. Me too.
Every single 2 weeks. Okay.
Exactly.
Like every week I was just trying to do something new. Like, oh, down here, ooh, short, like whatever. But then, and it's okay. And you want to know what? But I'm not gonna lie to you. once I decided to go natural, I felt like it was the best thing that I
Freeing.
have ever done in my life
Mhm.
because I just be like, ooh, like I wake up.
You can
and I
just
be
go.
like,
You just put a little water and
Man,
you just go.
it saved me so much money because, like I said, every 2 weeks I was buying hair,
Products.
products. I was buying string, like whatever I could, you know, show a string, girl. Like
I
every
cut
2
my
weeks.
locks off last year, and man, I thought I was like back at it again because I am not. It was too much. That whole year it was like I cannot wait till my year marks back so I can start over. I wanted to start at a certain time, so I was like,
Mhm.
hurry up, January 10th, hurry up, January 10th, because I could not do this no more. It was too much
Right.
work.
Yeah, I heard that again. It can be high maintenance.
It is a high maintenance when you not with
Oh,
locks.
that's what I heard.
Oh,
No.
really?
Oh, no.
It was
With-
high maintenance, and that's
Oh.
why they got rid of them. It was
No,
too-
I cut my locks off for different
It
reasons.
really does
I
depend.
think it depends.
Really? I don't think they're high maintenance.
I do like there's some people that like more of a neater look, so they will get their locks done more frequently than others.
That's when
So
they
that-
start thinning.
Yeah, and that's when it becomes high maintenance. Like
Mhm.
I'm not a styler.
Or
Yeah.
I think that it becomes high maintenance when they come up with a whole bunch of ways to actually lock it. Because I just learned
The
yesterday,
Insta-locks.
like a fuse, like they do a fusion.
Mm.
I don't know. That's what I heard her say,
Mm.
that she had her hair fused. So I should have, like, I don't know, I be shy sometimes. I
Ask
should
more
have like asked
questions.
more questions.
Yeah, I
but
don't know. I don't know.
so I could figure out what she meant by that.
Mhm.
But I definitely heard like a lot, like interlocking.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that could be like more of a
Interlocking
high
is high
maintenance.
maintenance.
But
Yeah, it is
to
high.
me, it ain't a high maintenance at all. It's a miracle.
You hear me? Palm rolling, a little
I'm
bit of
like,
this. You can go
I
a little
just
rough.
wake up. Yes, I love going rough. Like that is my favorite. I don't know why, but I
Mine
just
too.
like
It's
I
only
just
when
like
it
to
gets
wake
too rough.
up and just be like, ugh.
Hit it to the side or just let it go wild.
Well, you know me, extra. If I even did get locks, I'll probably be doing the most. I'll be having them all twisted up and styled here, every
Hey,
color.
and that's cool, but it will be yours. It will be long, and girl, you be like
Free. Come on, free. That's the best part of it. Free.
Exactly,
It's
you'll
so
be free, and you won't have to pay like a bunch of money
Money.
every 2 weeks.
No.
It will save a little bit in your pockets because
Yeah.
I know it did for me.
Yeah, me
A whole
too.
tremendous
I can vouch for it. I'm like, I don't pay as much as I was doing my regular hair. And last year I was like, oh my gosh, I was spending this much money on product. I need to go back. What was I
Mhm.
thinking to say no to this?
Yes. So maybe also as well, we should evaluate like what we spending our money on. Because you said, we ain't even using it right. So
Yeah.
we do need to
Read the direction. Read the direction. You
use the
too much.
direction,
Yes.
ask some questions,
Mhm.
okay?
See if you
Get
need
a
it.
clear understanding. Yes, see if we even need it, girl. So, but I did want to know as well, lashes, okay? Let's talk about lashes,
Yes,
Tina.
Tina.
Please. Please, let's talk lashes, Gary.
Yes.
The only reason why is because I don't really know how to put on strips. So I know this is like, I do like the individuals, you know, myself. I put those on, and you know, I don't know if anybody messes with the individuals, but don't judge me. I might not have any eyelashes under here, as much eyelashes as everybody else, but it's okay. But I don't know how to put on the strip, and it would probably help me with, you know, getting some hair back on my eyelashes.
I didn't know
So-
you did them yourself, girl.
Huh?
That's talented. I didn't know you did them yourself.
Oh,
You do 'em
yeah.
yourself?
No, I really do. Yeah, I stand in front of the mirror and I just put them.
Yeah, you didn't tell me that when we was That's talented.
Yeah, I do.
That's
I do.
patient.
Yeah.
So,
Yes,
really, that's patient.
Yes.
Really, because it doesn't
That's
actually.
is way
How long does it take you to put to do your lashes?
It doesn't take me that long.
Oh.
I feel like it takes me a good 30 minutes. Girl,
That's a long time for
I
some
mean-
lashes.
I mean,
think.
For individual
No,
lashes?
individual, no, on herself, that's good.
What?
Are they clusters or?
Yeah, clusters.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
I was about to say
sometimes if I'm and then like
too.
sometimes if I'm like rushing, you know, it's not even 30 minutes, but it's not that hard to me to just sit up in the mirror. I got time for that now, but I don't got time for my hair and makeup. Like I don't be really wanting to do that. So I at least spend some time doing my lashes, okay? But I do. It doesn't take that long, and I just put the lashes on real quick. But I have a struggle with the strips, though. I know that seems like really weird because it seems like the strip you could just put
I
on
have
real
trouble
quick.
with the strip though.
But I have trouble with that. So do I start from this end or like the inner part first?
I like to start in the middle, but you want to
Okay.
make sure you're using the correct lash glue and let it like be tacky. Some of us put that duo lash glue on or whatever you may use and then just plop it on, but it becomes too slippery. So you want to kind of like fan it out.
I do be seeing it.
Yeah, like fan it out a little bit for about like maybe up to 30 seconds. And then I like to just plop it in the center of your eyelash. And then you kind of just like line it up with the last, the inner one and then the outer one. So plop it up in the middle.
In the middle, okay.
But make sure if you're getting your makeup done by a professional or whoever, any makeup artist, make sure they're not blowing on your lashes, okay?
Oh yeah.
Make sure they do not.
Don't
No,
want
and I'm
red.
serious. A lot of people think that it's normal, it's
Yeah.
okay. But imagine you sitting there and girl, we're gonna put these lashes on and then gonna put it on your eyes. That calls for infection.
Pink
you
eyes.
know? Pink eyes. So just like keep that in mind. Blow your own lashes.
right.
Or just let it air.
let it be like.
And blow your eyelashes.
Can you blow your eyelash?
So we can be done with this.
How do you feel about people using hair glue?
Oh my god, I am so
For-
It
against
is a
that.
thing. It is a thing.
It is.
I use it. I'm not. To me, it works better. To me, it's more tackier.
Mhm.
It's easier to clean out because when I would use the regular, I tried about a whole bunch of different type of eyelash glue. But to me, the smell was strong. It smelled like super glue. I didn't like that putting something close to my eye that was so strong in the smell, and it would be like crusty and hard on my lash, and I would tear out my natural lashes. But the hair glue, you know, it turns into kind of like a rubbery once it gets dry, so it's just easy to kind of just.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that? Being a professional.
I've never, you know, I guess this one is not really a professional thing because you can go to MAC or anywhere. I've never used the hair glue. I've never used it. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the smell.
Yeah, that's
Because
what
I used to use that on my head and I'll be walking around smelling like glue, you know? So I've never used it on my eyelashes. A lot of people swear by it, but I've never used it. I'm gonna try it just to see what's the height.
I use that technique and I still be looking like cockeyed when I you know, like my eyelash still be down, droopy on one side. I can't do it. Like,
And you
I
know
still
what?
got it.
It's a technique. You really have to be. You're gonna be looking
eye open?
ugly.
eye open or closed when you do it.
It's like
Yeah.
every.
Do you close your eyes when you do it or is it open?
Let me just. Let me see.
Because when I do it, I
One
always
eye have to be open.
So it's the eye you working on, or the eye you ain't working on? Like, right. I'm trying to think of it myself.
or
What I like to do. Oh, you know what I do? I kind of like just like squint a little bit and plop it on. Like kind of like
pull your
pull it
eye
out a little bit.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, and
I
make
just be
sure.
like,
But you know, you want to make sure the
Let it
lid
fall.
is up because a lot of people have that space in between
Oh
their
yeah,
lash.
stuck.
Yeah, exactly.
That's me.
That's
Be stuck with glue.
It'll
Like,
show
oh
you.
no.
And
This ain't
then
gonna work.
separation,
Yeah.
line of demarcation.
Okay, I'm learning something today.
Oh yeah, me too. Because I really want to do some strips.
It can be a struggle. Sometimes it depends on if people are watery. Like if they eyes water a lot, you're constantly having to reapply, fan their eyes, let it dry, and then reapply. So if you have
on the
sensitive
day for
eyes,
me.
it can be annoying a little bit.
Depends on how long I'm doing it. My eyes start watering.
Yeah. Put some mascara on, coat it up.
I have a question for you, Tina. So I have hooded eyes, okay? And that is a struggle with my eyeshadow because I feel like since my lid is so tiny, it's kind of hard, to see, like to make it pop or putting a color in my crease. It just doesn't really stand out. So what tips would you give to all the girls out there who got hooded eyes on how to like do a cut crease or just to make your eyeshadow pop?
Usually with hooded eyes are those, for those who really don't know, it's an extra layer of excess skin from your brow bone all the way down to your eyelid. And it's just an unnecessary skin that's just right there. You know what I mean?
To me, I just feel like this part is just so long.
Yeah.
Like from your brow to there. It's just like this big gap. So most people, their lid is like closer.
Right. It's like an overlap. It's overlapping like the whole lid. And usually with eyeshadows, I like to wing out the eyeshadow. So like when you're doing like a transition color, mostly like orangey red tones, you want to go upwards and wing it out a little bit. So wing out your eyeshadow. You know how you wing out your eyeliner? You want to do the opposite. You do not want to wing out your eyeliner. You want to wing out your eyeshadow. So, the hood would not appear as though it's too bright or highlighted. So you kind of want to contour it so it won't be as noticeable.
Oh, that makes sense.
You know what I mean? Kind of want to create your own cut crease. You know what I mean?
Like go above it.
Go above it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now where my actual creases go above that.
Right.
Okay.
Because you don't want to focus too much on just the lid because that's small. You know what I mean?
Yes, like when I do it, I'll do all this work and then I open my eyes and
It's
it looks
right
like
here.
it's just a streak. Like I just like dang. Oh man. For me to open my eyes and it just look like I have on eyeliner.
So you want to really open up your eyes by just adding, again, that transition color. Take it up a little bit. Like right now, you have that transition color and it opens up your eye. So you want to make sure you open it up and try not to use too much wing liner, because if you wing it, it's going to make your eyes smaller. You know what I mean? So just really making sure that you just know your eye shape and then just contour it out. You pretty much have to be creative with the colors and just wing it out. That's my best bet for you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, try that out.
All right. I really want to know about some exercises.
Okay.
I mean, you gave us the nugget about how to first just start off, how we need to start off with our soul.
Yep.
Get that intact. And then, so I want to know, like, should we work out every day, like, what we want to work on ourselves? Like, say we have, like, a problem. Or something, we got some goals that we want to do. So what should we what should we like work on every day?
Well, first things first. One thing that a lot of people are not aware of and the misconception of is you can spot reduce fat. And that's not true. I used to think that.
Spot reduce? What do you mean?
That means if you want to be snatching your waist, that you gonna get up every day and do 500 to 1,000
no, that ain't gonna
crunches.
happen. I've been in that. I might have been in that. That don't work for my body.
Right. You'll be underneath there.
And just knowing the same process for losing weight is the same process for gaining weight and gaining muscle. There's no special formula, but you do have to know your body type. And you have to really think about what your goals are and what are the areas you do want to focus on. So for me, I always carried weight in my lower body, but I was always petite in my upper body. And then as I gained weight, it just started going everywhere. And I still wanted to be able to shape my legs because I already had thick thighs and everything, but I just wanted them more shapely. The whole toned word. Toning really isn't a thing. You either build muscle or you lose muscle. So you have to build muscle. And don't be afraid to lift weights. Okay? Lifting weights will really tremendous things for your body, especially if you're already kind of shapely. What's up?
Sorry, go ahead, finish.
No, like if you're already kind of shapely and you got a shape to you, lifting weights enhances your shape.
Okay.
It enhances your shape.
Does the weight, when you lift weights, say will you see your, when you go onto the scale, do you see gain weight or lose weight?
Sometimes you do, but just know that 5 pounds of fat and 5 pounds of muscle weigh the same.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give y'all this so that way you can really understand. Muscle is denser and it's smaller.
Okay.
So lifting weights, you have to stress the muscle tissue and repair it with your diet for it to grow. When you're fat, the word fluffy. When you fluff, fat is fluffy. It spreads out. You fluff. Like, we all fluff a little bit. We all, some got more fluff than others. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people got more fluff than others, but fat, it spreads. Like if you ever look at the little diagrams of what fat looks like, it looks like bigger, compacted jelly. And it's fluffed. It's literally spread out. So with muscle, you're denser. The less fat you have, the more your muscles protrude. And when it comes to working on certain areas, it's like if you know you want to work on getting your waistline snatched, sis, let me tell y'all the secret. You're gonna have to work out everything.
Running?
No, you don't have to work out everything.
Oh, okay.
Like, and for me, and you have to really look like, if you have kids, look at what you looked like before you had kids.
Skinny.
How was your shape before you had kids? And then depending on how many more kids you have, it's not impossible to reduce any kind of visceral fat, which is the fat that we store in our midsection. It's not impossible to reduce any thigh fat, whatever. It's not impossible to reduce your bat wings if you got them. No, you have to lift weights. Lifting weights is literally the part of the equation, part of the formula that a lot of women are scared to do. It's okay. We all started out at 5 pounds. I started out at 5 pounds and now I can lift up to 100. Wow. And probably even more if I really put my mind to it. But I was one of those, well, I just want to work on my stomach and keep my butt, and not knowing, the first time I ever worked with a trainer, he put me through a full body workout. I didn't know that's what he was doing.
Make you sick too.
Like I didn't know that's what he was doing. And then as I started really learning, and my brother, he's a big old fitness jughead. He wrestled in high school, wrestled in college. He's more, and I was like, okay, well, what do I need to do? He's like, well, change your diet and lift weights. And cardio-wise, find what you like to do. I cannot run to save my life. I cannot jog. I don't know how people do it. I don't have the hand-eye coordination, but I can sprint. Put me on a track, I'm out. But I like boxing. Boxing is the best form of cardio if you do not like to run. Boxing literally will save your life. Learn how to jump rope. We all know how to double dutch. If you don't, you need to get with it.
I had to do a double dutch.
I know, I haven't done that in a while.
Double dutching is the baseline for jump roping. If you know how to double dutch, you can jump rope.
Yeah.
Get you a long enough jump rope. Hand-eye coordination. Like I said, if you can double dutch, we all double dutched on the playground at one point in time in our life. If you didn't double dutch on the playground, you double dutched in your neighborhood with an extension cord and a vacuum cord. I did. That too. Anything that you can find that was long enough. Hell, we even cut the clothesline cord.
Oh, Lord. Y'all trying to get...
We got a whooping, but so we cut the clothesline cords. Anything to get us moving.
I got a bike over quarantine. I got a bike, some roller skates. I know y'all seen me on Facebook.
Yeah,
you have to
find what you want. You have to find what's gonna really what you like to enjoy, and whatever it is that you want to work on, be realistic about your goals. That's the thing. You know, being realistic about your goals. Like I said, nothing is impossible, but you have to be realistic and give yourself a realistic time frame. So say, all right, look, I want to just bring my waist in a little bit. That has to do with your diet. You know, losing fat, and it's not technically losing weight. You want to be in a fat loss state. There's a difference between losing fat and losing weight, because even with me, where I'm at now, I'm gonna tell y'all how much I weigh. I normally don't, because I always get, well, how come I don't look like you? I'm like, well, you ain't supposed to, you know? And I used to be like that. Well, we weigh the same. Well, how come I don't look like that? Fat deposits differently on everybody. Height plays into it. Your genetics play into it. So right now, I'm currently at 195.
Okay.
And I've lost about 35 pounds roughly. I started at 230 and I've lost 35 pounds. Still got more to lose, but by me immediately going into any kind of resistance training, weightlifting, strength training is the difference. You don't just want to lose the weight first, because when you're bigger, you'll still look like that after you've lost the weight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that's what we do fall into, trying to lose the weight.
Yeah, you lose you lose the weight first, if you're not already genetically shaped like that, then you're just gonna look like how you look, just smaller. So starting off with strength training, don't be scared to lift some weights. Trust me, it's okay. We all have to start out small. Lift what you can, what feels comfortable, and progress your way up. I did not get no cuts in my legs, baby. These thighs, I can't crush a watermelon yet, but I'm working on it.
Okay.
I can walk them. Can't crush a watermelon yet. But just really putting your body and challenging yourself is the best thing ever. It's the best feeling ever. So if you know, okay, well, I got back fat that I don't like, it's okay to recognize those things and say you don't like them. That's the thing right there. It's one thing to love yourself, but it's another thing to recognize what you want to change and having the mindset to change it. You know, whether you're starting out in your fitness journey or not, don't let nobody talk you into saying, oh no, but you're fine just the way you are. Granted, we are. But if you don't like something, you change it. You don't have to be comfortable because somebody else is comfortable. And that's what we tend to internalize a lot, because somebody else is comfortable. And I have friends, well, they're not my friends no more, but they was like, oh, no, you're fine. You don't even need to lose weight. When in reality, I did, because my knees were hurting. I had really bad knee problems. I couldn't wear heels no longer than 5 minutes. Got a whole closet full of heels. Couldn't wear them. I'd be like, well, I gotta take this off. I had back problems. I was crawling to my bathroom. Like, things like that. And steady had people, no, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. But when I knew I didn't feel good on the inside, no, I'm not fine. Right. And y'all Negroes, that's cuss. Y'all sitting here telling me I'm fine, and y'all sitting here steady feeding me. Y'all are part of the problem. Y'all are steady pushing plates.
Let's go run
steady pushing plates my way.
Cheer, girl.
Yeah. And then when I did, like, well, you know what? I need to change. I'm not doing that. Nah, they just gonna have to love me how I am. That's cute. That's real cute. And they are gonna have to love me how I am. But they're gonna have to love both versions of me. They're gonna have to love me during and while I'm finishing my process. So whatever it is that you want to work on it. Be realistic about it. Nothing is impossible. And if you need help, call me. I got you.
Okay. Because I need to. I told you I got some goals.
I'm like, call me. Whatever. You know, a lot of people feel like, oh, well, certain exercises I can't do. I wasn't able to do a push-up. I started off with modified push-ups. Now I can do some push-ups. I wasn't able to squat. I had to start off with body weight squats, and now I can squat some weight. You know, you have to work your way up to these things, but you have to be realistic about it. You're not gonna go in and be like, okay, well, if I work out for 30 days, I'm gonna be snatched.
Right.
If your genetics align that way, then yeah, it's possible.
Sometimes it ain't.
Right.
Like you just have to be,
too.
you
Well,
have
my
to be
mind is-
realistic about it.
Losing weight is my schedule, really. Like trying to find the time to actually put in the exercise too. I can get the eating.
And start off small. You know, you want to start off small. And I know a lot of people don't have time. I work out with my sister, and she just had my nephew back in February, and she was like, okay, well, I only have 30 minutes. I got 3 kids now. I was like, 30 minutes ain't nothing. We can get a full 30-minute workout in. And if you got 15 minutes, you can get a 15-minute workout in, but you have to be able to give it your all. Don't exclude walking. Walking is great exercise. If all you have is 15 minutes, walk around your block 5 times. That's 15 minutes.
Y'all hear it.
Like, if you only have 20 minutes, walk around your block 3-4 times, 20 minutes. You know, set small goals. Starting off small goals instead of trying to be like, okay, I need to lose 60 pounds in 30 days.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's not realistic.
Right.
You have to be realistic with yourself about where you are and where you want to be. I don't have a set goal weight. I just want to feel good, and I want to look good in a backless dress.
I know
Okay.
that's right.
If I had to pertain that to anything as far as my fitness journey, I want to look good in a backless dress, and I want to look good in a thong bikini without having to buy a plus size. No, no shade, no discrimination or anything, but everybody has a certain point at where they want to be. You know, if you want to feel comfortable naked, do that. Like I said, for me, I didn't like my mom body. It took me a while to get used to my body. And then having an ex that didn't make it no better. We as women, we deal with so much. And just learning to love ourselves as our bodies change, as we get older. A lot of women is afraid of aging. Everybody's like, oh, we're getting ready to turn 30. I'm like, come on, 30, I'm ready.
Yeah. Right.
Like, I'm ready for my 30s. I don't know why, but I'm ready. Because I guess I have a different mindset. I'm going in it with more of a clear mind of my health. You know, health really is wealth.
Yeah,
when you have a healthy
true.
mind, it'll translate to your physical. Getting your mind healthy first, and then translating to what you need to work on your physical and your eating habits. It's fine. I still like cake. I'm not gonna tell y'all that I don't eat cake, because I do. I eat cake, I eat cookies, I eat donuts. I just don't eat it as much as I used to. At one point, I was eating 2 dozen donuts in a day. Now I can barely eat 2. I don't drink anymore, and I'm fine with it because I'm not missing nothing. You know, I done did the whole clubbing scene. It's cute, but it's not my thing no more. I'll go out occasionally, but I don't. It's not something that I need. You know.
So, on that note, because I did see that it is getting a little bit close. Y'all, we have been talking good. Okay? We have been talking good. So in a nutshell, what I learned today is that what we put in our body is really important because it will resonate in everything. Our health, it'll come out in our nails, it'll come out in our hair, it'll come out in our skin. So we need to first work on our bodies, what we put in our bodies, our health, how we work it out, and then everything else will be on snatch. But I really appreciate everyone for coming today and being a part of this show, and hopefully everyone was able to learn something about something that they didn't really know before. Like, cause I know I learned a lot today. I don't know about y'all, but I know I did. But I did want to end it with just a couple of questions so we know you as a person, if that's okay. So I'll ask a question and then you just say it down the line. So would you rather do pants or a dress?
Pants.
Pants.
A dress.
Okay. Heels, flats, or tennis shoes?
Tennis shoes.
Tennis shoes.
I do flats.
Flats. Okay. Your favorite fashion year?
The 90s.
70s.
Okay.
Ooh, fashion year.
Mhm.
I would say like the late 90s, early 2000s.
99.
Okay,
2000,
okay. And would you rather do natural or glam?
Natural.
Natural. It depends. I'm
Yeah,
saying
just-
natural.
Well, I mean,
That's
but
what
what
I'm
would
saying.
you like
I would rather
ultimately?
do natural.
Okay. Okay.
Natural.
And fully covered, semi-covered, or naked?
When in what
Like as
situation?
far as
In what
in
time-
life, would you rather in clothing? Let's say in clothing. Would you rather be fully clothed, like from head to toe?
But what type of
Like-
situation? Like what's the situation? Because if it's at home
You're
naked.
going out for a night on the town.
Okay, because I'm like, it really didn't matter to me. Because I would choose semi-covered. Okay, so I don't know.
You're going out,
Clothes.
like with your girls.
Clothes.
Semi.
Semi to naked.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, thank you so much, ladies, for coming.
Thank you, guys.
And we definitely appreciate your expertise, everything that you had, all the nuggets that you shared for us. And hopefully everyone was taking notes and learned some stuff. Come back and see us next week.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate you lending us your eyes and ears. What's ours is yours.